happens. Well, let's see. That's not the right stream. Okay, that's okay. It's okay. We will make it what it is. I don't know why it's doing that. But hey. Oops. Can I do this? Okay, so I can't. Why? Okay. Ha! So peppermint's already down because peppermint is, yeah, I've been working on all of this for like an hour and a half now. Right before I decided to go live, the pole that holds my overhead tank camera decided to, the plastic piece, which, you know, it's plastic and all that, but it decided to break. So I'm running around trying to fix that and get you guys this beautiful overhead shot that I have. So look, maybe there we go. It kind of is there. It's sort of there. So let's do this. Oh man. I tell you what though, I'm here, and if it wasn't for technology, I would I would just make my candy and sell it. But I do these live streams for you guys. Just so you can see how things are made. And I forgot to grease this before I poured the candy on there. So this is going to be a right mess. But we're just going to keep folding it and folding it and folding it until it all incorporates. And it got this beautiful golden color, which isn't really pepperminty, I guess, but the natural peppermint that I'm making has a vanilla undertone to it, like a vanilla base. So it's not like Altoid's super strong, hurt your face kind of peppermint, because that's what I like, and I found it sells really well. So apparently that's what you guys like too. So hopefully this doesn't crystallize, because I let it cool in the pot while I was getting everything else set up, and then I don't know how I got it to go live, but I eventually got it to go live. It didn't go live under the one that was scheduled. But, you know, hey, we take what we can get, we take the successes, and we roll with it. Don't worry about the stuff that's out of our control, because it is out of our control. And there's not much we can do about it. And I knew this was going to cool really fast, so this will be a nice fast live stream. Not like 3-hour long live stream, because this is a 4-pound batch. Just because it's a new product, and I'll show you the packaging that I have for it so far. And I really like it, but not like, I'm not in love with it. Like, I'm not married to it. So if you have a better idea, I'm open to suggestions for the packaging. And these gloves some days are just too big for my little hands. So we're going to go for an ivory color. I'm going to pull this and pull it, and I'm not going to do any stripes. I'm not going to do any colors. I have had requests at the farmer's market for an all-natural candy, so I am not going to be spending a ton of money on natural colors. If you want all natural, we're just not going to add any color. We're just going to keep it all natural. Unless I can find something. I have been doing research on different things to use that will help with creating color. But see, here's the thing. If I do all natural colors, then there's a chance that people are allergic to it, because like spirulina is an algae, and if I remember correctly, so there are people who could be allergic to it because well, because it's an algae, it's a plant. And then there's ones that are made out of bugs, and I'm like, and I've tried some, but they don't give me the true color that I wanted. Maybe they've changed in the last like year, but I'm okay with using artificial colors, and I can use up what I have and investigate, because until someone shows me like a double-blind peer-reviewed study, not just some random thing on the internet, about red 40. And yes, people are allergic to red 40. Yes, I know that, and I get that, and I'm sorry. I'm allergic to soy. So I get that. I eat soy and I pay for it dearly. All right, so since this is starting to do what it's supposed to do, I'm gonna go oil my hook, and you guys can watch this do its wonderful thing. I don't know if this is what this is on the side there. I think that's just regular candy. So I'm gonna let it sit right there for a second, see if we can get that pick. I don't think that's flavor. Yeah, that's candy. Okay. I just don't want to feel like I'm cheaping you guys out by not putting all the flavor in there. But it's like stuck, which is weird for silicone. Okay, so we're gonna take that and that. There we go. I'm gonna go put the side view camera up, and so that way y'all can watch. Why is this turning off? That is what I want to know. Okay. There we go. Sorry, the lights over there are not the best, and that's why it's kind of dark. At least I'm not dropping frames. There is that. Okay, so I'll let you. Oopa. Let's get this. I already washed it, so it just needs to be oiled up again, because I wash it and I bleach it. Well, sanitize it. I won't say bleach. Bleach isn't the proper term. I'm just kind of old school. I don't know what that was. Looked like a piece of candy, old candy that might have flung off from from me scrubbing it. And you know, I do my best to keep things as sanitary as possible, but we live in Texas. In Texas there are bugs, and you know, in Florida there's bugs. Everywhere there's bugs. So don't come at me. Okay, there's that. Now let's grab my blue gloves. I'm gonna get a drink real quick. Hold on. Okay. I mute the microphone so you don't have to listen to me chug on my iced coffee. And yes, I am drinking iced coffee at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Why? Because I can. Because there's no coffee police gonna come after me. All right, this is perfect. All right, here we go. Are we good? We're good. So, whoa. Well, stay there. Okay, we gotta get this off of there. Because that needs to get worked in. Because that got really cold really fast. There we go. Let's, there we go. There, now it's moving. yes, this is pretty. It's really pretty. It's not pepperminty, but it's a pretty ivory, and that's what I was going for. So like I said, there's a little bit of vanilla in these. Just as kind of a base. So the peppermint isn't so overpowering. So if you like peppermint, but you don't like Altoids peppermint, you like a soft, like mint, these will be for you. I use the same or very similar formula for my cold ones. I just use a different peppermint though. Okay. I'm going to give this a couple more pulls so this can get mixed in. Let's bring in the oil again. This is why I go so high. People are like, why do you go up there? You don't put the candy up there. Yeah, but it's storage for later. Okay, so let's get those combined in. Beautiful. One more. Okay, let's see, just a little string of it. All right. Watch the ears. There we go. Put that back in this little storage box. Look at that. Hoping that'll focus. Isn't that pretty? Yay! All right, put this on the heat lamp and the heat pad. Whew. It is hot. Let's see. I'm gonna switch you to overhead so you can kind of see what I do after the fact. Clean this up. Actually, this goes over on this side. So the peppermint that I use in this one is the Goodman's peppermint. It's made here in Texas. Got some other extracts, but I found this one to be the best for a soft peppermint. And it does the super peppermint really well too. Whew. This whole house is smelling like peppermint. Okay, now we're gonna take this and lay it down right here. That's cold candy. Put that in there. Okay, now let's get a switch pad. There we go. Go get the other camera. No. Got stuff all over the floor right now. There we go. Oops. I'm breathing a little heavy. I apologize. Okay, wait a minute. This goes this way. Oops, crap. Someday I will get all the technology, to work. Are you kidding me right now? I'll get all the technology to work all at once. Don't worry, I won't get a big head when it happens. Okay, and right up there is good. So this is just going to be pull and cut, like super fast. Okay. Do I have the base for that? No, I do not. This guy. Let's see, is he going to fit over here? No, he's not. So, I don't know what happened to the other base. It's somewhere. Where? I don't know. But we don't want the camera to die. So we do that. And then I feel like I've been running a marathon. Why is this being like this? Okay. Let's try. This is called Trial by Fire. Welcome to my world. There we go. Ha. Okay, so let's bring you to this view. I'm going to grab a drink and I'll be right back. Okay, let's see. I got a couple sets of gloves here that I threw up there. When the pole came crashing down, it came down on the table. It didn't ever hit the floor. I had everything all set up and ready to go. Okay. This kind of feels like taffy. I mean, all candy kind of feels like taffy when you pull it. So, I'm going to get a little oil on my gloves here. There we go. So I want to make these fairly small. They're going to be button pillows, maybe is a good name for them. They're so pretty and satiny looking. Oh, well, it wants to roll over all over the place. See, I think this one is a little bit too thick. All right, let's, I was going to get a little piece of thin wood to put here. So it held this a little better. Okay. Hopefully this is still cut because these got kind of cooled off. Let's take these. Okay, see they're a little bit big because I want them smaller because I gotta fit in a tin. So let's see what we can do here. Okay, you stop. I did get more blades. I stopped at Tractor Supply to get the threaded rod that I needed so I can have it go all the way through and hold the blades in place. All they had was a 1/4-inch one, and that wasn't, I needed, I think maybe these are 1/4-inch bolts. But they only had one and I needed 2. And I'm like, well, this doesn't help me. So I think tomorrow morning is Wednesday. God, I can't believe it's Wednesday already. It's already the middle of July. What is going on with life? Time is going by way too quickly. So okay. We'll just chomp it. See, I like that size a little bit better. Stay. Okay. So that was already starting to cool. Yeah, like that. Okay. So I think tomorrow before the live stream, I'll make a run to the big orange box store and see if they have what I need, because this would make this thing go so much faster. I have the extra clear wood to make more of these, but I don't have the posts or the bolts. I got told the other day that I was someone that if there was a zombie apocalypse, they wanted to be able to be with me. And I'm like, well, I don't know how to take that. Oops, hang on, this is on there. There we go. Did I move it too much? No. Okay, I'm gonna put this over here. All right, we're gonna kind of speed this up if we can. So now I could be able to be making things twice this length. And I gotta figure out how to make it so these don't stick. And we need to cut this one in half. And he can be a sample. Same with this guy. Well, maybe not. He kind of jumped ship. And that would be Mikey. All right, so I'm going to try something really quick here. So we're going to try. You know what? This is getting annoying. Let's see if we can. No, I just stepped on it. The one that fell to the ground. It's like, oh, now I feel bad. There is little pieces of cinnamon in this still. I wonder where those, they must have been stuck to the side or something. I wiped this down. Weird. weird. Because I clean the whole kitchen before I start anything. Let's try this. So I'm thinking if I draw lines, well, etch lines maybe would be a better. And then I know where to place the coil, rod, whatever you want to call it. See, because I think this is because I incorporated so much air into it. I think it's not going to weigh 3 ounces like I want it to. But I think let's for poops and giggles, I'm going to go grab the packaging I have. See, this one isn't going to. Let's do this on the fly. Okay, you go over there. It went underneath the table. Those ones started sticking together. Okay, so let's flip you guys back down to the overhead. I'm sorry for it being crooked. I must have bumped it. Whoa, I'm really lightheaded. That peppermint really does a doozy on me. Okay, so this is the new packaging, and it's got a twist top, and it's got a little seal in there. So I'm going to grab this guy. Actually, then we'll turn it up to ounces. There we go. Put the gloves back on. And this one will be for just for me anyway, so. I mean, these break apart so nice. Those are still warm though. Yeah, see, they gotta be smaller. It's 1.5. I was going for 3 ounces. That's what I'm going for. Oh, we can get to 3 ounces. Definitely. It'll have to be a little mix of big and littles just because of space. And there's already a foam piece on the inside, so all I'd have to do there's 3 ounces. Let's see if the lid fits on there. There. There we go. Pretty cool, huh? Alright, I'm gonna change gloves because cross-contamination. Alright. I'm going to switch you back over to side view. I'm going to grab a drink of water because I am really lightheaded. Peppermint does that to me though. Hang on. Okay, let's power this out. Whew. What is the temperature in here? It's only 74, that's not too bad. Okay, because that one end was getting a little hard, so we're gonna put him back in the middle. Okay, and then and I forgot my soap hat. Okay. Let's move this over here. So that is that process. I'm gonna move these out of the way. And I'm gonna take these out of the way because they are just being a pain in my butt. Okay. Whew. There's another. There we go. You know, one thing I didn't do is taste it, make sure it tasted good. Because usually I do that before I pull it on the hook. That one got kind of wonkerdoodle. Okay. See, like these got really thin, but I'll use those for samples. No, you get back on there. Don't you fall off while I'm transporting you. That there. See, I wonder if I snip it here. cinnamon on there. How did that even get in there? Okay, and so they're not touching each other. There's a couple over here that need to be snipped. They're too big. I'll take a little tiny piece right here. Pop it in my mouth. Probably not a good time to test the flavor because it smells like peppermint. And so I'm not getting a lot of peppermint on my tongue because I smell all the peppermint. It's definitely sweet. Oh yeah, I get the peppermint now that I'm not like actively over the hot candy. Definitely get the warmth on my tongue. And I took a teeny tiny bite too. I didn't take like one of these big hunkers. Definitely want to try, don't want to try and bite it. Not for me anyway. I'm not a cruncher though. Definitely not a cruncher. Are you a cruncher? Let me know in the comments if you're a cruncher, because there's some candies I make that are good for crunchers and some not so much. This one I'm not sure. We'll see when it's cool. Oh, we're almost to the end. So these ones are going to take longer because I got to pull them thinner. It'd be so much faster if I had an extra set of hands. But, you know, we make do with what we got. Listen here. Crazy thing. There we go. Cut this one in half. There we go. Run out of room. Move that out of the way. Okay. See, now if I had this so I could keep it open, but it wants to fall. So we're gonna just kind of excuse me. probably just as fast as cutting it by hand, but at least my hand doesn't get cramped up from the scissors. And I can make this faster. Just a few minor modifications. All right, almost done. And then next live stream, we're going to be making lollies. So I'm going to have a bunch of small batches all ready to go. And then we'll see how that goes. Because I would like to see how many I can do in an afternoon. So why not live stream it? Right? Right. Oh, here's an idea. Okay, so this piece got to be nice and long, so we're going to bring it over here. Let it cool off. I'll brush these ones aside. Let's see if we can do that again. That was kind of cool. So this is why I like the cog, because if I could figure out a way to keep this warm, and then I just come over here, stretch a bunch, and then run it through the cog. But the thing I like about this one is if I want to make smaller candies, all I need to do is swap out for smaller spacers. So there's pros and cons to both. Let's see what we can do here. They also didn't have a handle. And I want to get a handle so I can push down and not have to be all concerned about trying to give it even pressure. I know how I'm going to do it. I need the right handle. So I think Home Depot will have it because it's kind of like a drawer pull. Hopefully it's not too expensive, or I can repurpose it into the metal one when I get that far. Okay, we're going to pull this a little bit smaller. All right, let's root and toot in here. Oh, that was interesting. They're getting cool fast, which is fine. They seem to cut better when they're starting to cool a little bit. At least with this. The other thing too is I can take a knife sharpener thingy, whetstone, or one of those like automatic thingies. What are they called? Like a blade sharpener, and I can run these scrapers through there and give them more of a point if I needed to. All right, let's see what we can do with this. Okay, not quite all the way done. Okay, after this one, we're just gonna let this sit here for a minute. I'm gonna cut this right here. I'm gonna bring this over here. Whoop, dee-doo. Almost threw it into the kitchen. Threw it right out of the candy lab. And this is kind of sticking, which is fine. That one kind of broke off by itself. That's kind of nice. Let's cut this off right about here. And we're going to put that underneath the lamp. Oop, that's stuck. I think that's what I need to do, is just kind of hone these edges a little bit. Not like sharp like knives, but sharper than what they are. And I would say a butter knife, but I've met a few butter knives that I don't know. I wouldn't want to mess with them. All right, there's that. And hopefully this is the last level. Yeah. Cool beans. So that means we're almost done. That means we can let it cool. We can go sit down, take a break, and get rid of the lightheadedness that we've had for the last half hour. Oh, peppermint does that to me. It gets me so, like, peppermint is like a stimulant almost. And I get overstimulated. I guess is the best way to say it. It's like, yeah, not today. Let's not do this today. That's why I don't like doing peppermint, because sometimes it's just too much. Peppermint, cinnamon, I haven't done clove yet. Not in recent years anyways. So I don't really remember that one. Okay, so set this right here. Cut that one. And I think we're good. So let me bring you overhead, change my gloves. So that's what we got today. Look at all that candy, man. Let's put on the nitro gloves, or the thin ones. Yeah, because I need to go sit down. Whew. Okay, my hands don't want to go in the gloves, so let's just grab the switch pad and I'll let you see it. I'll let you see them as nature intended. Here, as nature intended. I'm kind of being silly. Yeah, you get to see my messy cabinet. But I think they turned out really pretty. Not what you'd think for peppermint, but like I said, the peppermint has a vanilla base. So there's something that anchors that minty. So let me know what you think in the comments. Would you like to try the all natural peppermint? If you would, let me know. But, whoa, now you get to see my mug. Sorry. But I gotta end the stream. So, okie dokie. Bye. Maybe.